Hello and welcome to Clearview Television. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. Suspected cable thief electrocuted in Kobakbe town in Ogun State. Lagos State government to engage 135 private health facilities for mass COVID-19 vaccination. Ousted Sudanese Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok reinstated in power sharing arrangement amidst protests. I am Prudence Okona with the details of these and more stories. The lifeless body of a yet-to-be-identified man has been found on an electricity pole in Kobakbe in Obafemi Owode local government area of Ogun State. A corpse was discovered on Sunday morning by residents who woke up to see something strange in between the electric wire and poles. It was gathered that nobody knew when or why the man decided to climb the pole since he was not an official of an electricity generating or distribution company. While many said the man must have climbed the pole to commit suicide by getting himself electrocuted, others opined that he might be on a mission to steal the cables. A spokesperson of the Ogun State Police Command, Abimbola Oyeyemi, confirmed the incident to newsmen and said the man had attempted to steal electricity cables, dispelling rumor that he was on a suicide mission. He said, according to the information at his disposal, he has already caught some of the wires and maybe there was sudden power supply when he was cutting the cables. The philanthropic exercise by Davido, a popular Nigerian singer, has continued to generate mixed reactions among Nigerians. It could be recalled that last week Nigerian singer and hitmaker Davido became #1 trending topic on social media over a quite surprising move he made. The singer had taken to his official Instagram page to ask his friends, fans and colleagues to send him 1 million naira each for his birthday. And what started off as a harmless joke turned out to be a multi-million naira making scheme. Just a few days after making the post on social media, Davido was able to raise a whopping 200 million naira. The singer said though the goal was to get 100 million naira, he received over 53 million naira in cash transfers in less than 1 hour. Following the successful contribution, the singer has decided to give back to the society by donating 250 million naira to orphanage homes and has also set up a committee to monitor the progress. Reacting to the gesture, ex-presidential aide to former President Goodluck Jonathan, Reno Omokri, took to his official Facebook page to say that a Nigerian singer Davido is wiser than those who gave him the money. Meanwhile, the humanitarian service did not go down well with singer Baba Frayo, who had criticized Davido for donating such a huge amount of money to orphanages after he refused to help him when he was in need. Davido's manager, while expressing love for his boss on his birthday, said a singer pledged yearly donations to orphanage homes. A former Senate leader of the 7th National Assembly, Victor Ndoma Egbasan, has revealed that 1 year after the death of his wife, late Amaka Loretta Ndoma Egba, he still hears her voice and feels her presence at home. Ndoma Egba spoke at the weekend at the memorial service for Amaka held in Our Lady, Queen of Peace Catholic Church Parish in Akparabong, Ikom local government area of Cross River State. He explained that it was her physical presence that he missed the most and that her legacies on the children at home were still very impactful and evident. A senior advocate of Nigeria, who was the chairman of the board of the Niger Delta Development Commission, revealed the 4 stages of grief that he had to pass through after the loss of his wife and 3 other close relatives who died before her. The one-year memorial service officiated by the Bishop of Ogoja Diocese of Catholic Church, Most Reverend Donatus E. Apan, was climaxed by the dedication and consecration of St. Loretta Adoration Chapel built by Senator Ndoma Egba in memory of his late wife. Bandits on Sunday attacked the Abuja-Kaduna highway, killing a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress APC, Sagir Hamidu, who was a former director of protocol in the Federal Capital Territory, recently ran for the governorship position in Zamfara State and is said to have had his eyes on the seat come 2023 elections. He was reportedly wounded fatally by bullets from the guns of the bandits, who shot sporadically, leaving several others injured. Witnesses say the gunmen also kidnapped many travelers and carted away some valuables. A senior government official of the Kaduna state government said the bandits wielding dangerous weapons blocked the Katari village access of the Abuja-Kaduna highway at about 2 p.m. The attack lasted for over 1 hour, after which the marauders whisked away several persons to a destination yet to be identified. The Lagos state government says it has engaged 135 private health facilities for mass vaccination strategy targeted at vaccinating 4 million residents by December 2021, bringing the total number of vaccination sites in the state to 360. The State Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, explained that the enrolled private facilities were engaged after a rigorous selection and accreditation process that hinges on quality assurance, vaccine safety, and follow-up care. Abayomi added that the list of accredited private and public facilities is available on the website of NPHCDA and official communication channels of the Lagos State Government. Abayomi added that the Lagos State Government, through the Primary Healthcare Board, does not have the capacity alone to ramp up vaccination to a massive level in such a short time before the deadline without partnering with the private sector. The Nigerian government's decision to ensure that a majority of Nigerians are fully vaccinated against the coronavirus pandemic, otherwise known as COVID-19, has received commendation from critical stakeholders in the health sector. At a forum held in Lagos, the stakeholders observed that the federal government's insistence on mass vaccination will help greatly in halting further spread of the pandemic in Africa's most populated nation.
The Lagos state government has warned of a possible fourth wave of COVID-19 infection, identifying the volume of inbound passengers coming into the country for Christmas. With this in mind, speakers here say the mass vaccination initiative couldn't have come at a better time.
It is very important in order to reduce the effect of COVID-19 and to reduce the level of this spread of this pandemic.
The worsening unemployment rate, poverty and insecurity crisis that has made more Nigerians vulnerable and in need of social welfare was also an issue of concern.
This critical issues of security, because the phenomenon is open for even a blind person to see. We pray that Nigeria doesn't become a failed state, but adequate steps must be taken in order not to make this happen.
We build a well-paneled houses and keep ourselves indoor. And we don't care about our neighbor. We've been surprised that those neighbors we don't care about go out and come back to forcefully open the door. So the Nigerians need to a new orientation and awareness.
No matter how we are, no matter where we are, we should preach the message of love, message of solidarity, message of social inclusion.
For the humanitarian service workers who strive for a just and peaceful society to function better, also called for a quick passage of the Nigerian Council for Social Work Bill pending at the National Assembly.
Most fueling stations in several parts of Abuja City and its environs have run dry of petrol, otherwise known as Premium Motor Spirit PMS. In a few stations where fuel is being dispensed from few pumps, long queues have sprung up as motorists struggle to obtain the product. Black marketers have since returned to the nation's capital with a litre selling for about 400 naira. The issue, which is affecting both the city centre and suburbs, might soon cripple economic activities across the country. Investigation shows that haulage companies and marketers raise concerns over changes in retail price. Many have attributed the current development to the commencement of the implementation of the Petroleum Industry Act (PIA). They warn that the inability of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority to resolve the fuel scarcity could lead to a negative multiplier effect on the economy due to rising prices.
Every year, they do all this kind of thing. So now, before that time, the fuel dey cheap. As they want to and they go do and they survive. But now, the fuel don't already reach where it go reach.
The fuel market, I want the fuel to be increased. Like they said June next year, the fuel will be increasing. And if fuel increase, everything in Nigeria will increase. Everything will increase. Salary will be low. Because to me as a driver, I will increase my transport. Yeah, economically, you see that we are crunching. Everything is crashing. The economy is bad. Everything is not moving well. People cannot even, I may decide to go up to 3 or 4 places. But because of money, I can't go, or high cost of transport. I will manage. Sometimes I go to 2 places, the other one, then I manage with leg. And it's very, very unfortunate. Our government is not proactive. They are not functional. They are just, anything that will happen, let it be happening.
Despite assurances from the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC), the scarcity of petroleum products has continued unabated. The corporation had said it had over 1.7 billion litres of petrol in stock and that more are expected to arrive in the country daily over the coming weeks and months. Amidst the assurances, most fuel stations belonging to major oil marketers Association of Nigeria (MOMAN) and Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria (IPMAN), including Total, Mobil, Eternal, and others, were short by a handful that sold the product dispensed from few pumps. A meeting between marketers and the government some weeks ago did not produce significant results. A vice president of IPMAN, Abubakar Shetima, disclosed that independent depot owners now sell the product at a wholesale price of 158 naira, insisting the rate is unsustainable. If marketers must sell at the pump of 165 naira per litre. Chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, Governor Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi State, says the forum would meet with President Muhammadu Buhari to decide on a date for the National Convention of the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC). Addressing reporters early Monday after a meeting of the Governors Forum in Abuja, Governor Bagudu also said the forum hopes to use the audience with President Buhari to convince him to go along with the governors on the adoption of direct primaries by the political parties in choosing their candidates for all elections. The governors are opposed to direct primaries, saying it is too expensive, but federal lawmakers insist it is the only way to guarantee the nation's democracy through participation of party members.
Well, when you are meeting with your party leadership, we are just one organ of the party. And since we are meeting, we are making suggestions to both the party and our party leader. We felt it's not fair to preempt and disclose it before the meeting with. Well, we hope to secure the appointment as quickly as possible, and following our meeting with the president, we'll disclose what we recommended.
The Progressive Governors Forum also expressed full satisfaction with the conduct of the November 6 governorship election in Anambra State. The forum noted that the election, which many people thought will be impossible, has taken place, adding that it is a significant victory for the APC-led federal government for ensuring peaceful conduct of the poll.
That an election took place in Anambra, I think Nigeria has won. and the president had made statement about that, and we are equally proud of our security agencies. The party candidates in all elections have the pride of place to determine their views about the outcome. But we are proud that under the All Progressive Congress, an election that hitherto people thought would be impossible had taken place.
You're watching Clearview Television News. More stories to come after this break.
Listen to this truth. We are growing by the day, and our viewership keeps growing on our different platforms. We are inviting you to advertise your goods and services with us at incredibly low rates. And do you have news for us? Script or video? Please contact us through our email address clearviewnewsroom@gmail.com or WhatsApp line 080-650-30-300. Again, 080-650-30-300. Welcome on board.
You're welcome back. In sports, the Women's Tennis Association has said that a call between Peng Shuai and the president of the International Olympic Committee does not address its concern over the Chinese players' well-being. An IOC statement after the call said Peng appeared to be safe and well. Peng, 35, disappeared from the public eye for almost 3 weeks after she made sexual assault allegations against the senior Chinese minister. Her absence triggered widespread international concern. Sports stars and governments called on China to provide proof that she was safe. The outcry over the tennis star's apparent disappearance from the public eye prompted Chinese state media to release a series of photographs and videos that appear to show all was well. On Sunday, the IOC released a statement after IOC President Thomas Bach held a video call with the three-time Olympian. And on the foreign scene, at least 5 people have been killed and more than 40 injured after a car plowed into a Christmas parade in the U.S. state of Wisconsin. School bands and a dance troupe of grannies were among those marching through the city of Waukesha when a red SUV came speeding down the road. It hit dozens of people, including children. One person is in custody. The incident does not appear at this time to be an act of terrorism, one official said. Eyewitnesses say the suspect appeared to have been fleeing another scene when he ran into people at the parade. Local resident Angelito Tenorio said he had just finished marching in the parade when the SUV put the pedal to the metal and just zooming full speed along the parade routes. Families lined the sides of the road to watch the event, which was returning after a year's absence due to the coronavirus pandemic.
The vehicle struck more than 20 individuals. Some of the individuals were children, and there were some fatalities as a result of this incident. We will not be releasing information on fatalities at this time while we are working on notifying the family members of the deceased.
Today our community faced horror and tragedy in what should have been a community celebration. I'm deeply saddened to know that so many in our community went to a parade but ended up dealing with injury and heartache.
And Sudan's ousted Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok has been reinstated following last month's coup when he was put under house arrest. He has appeared on TV to sign a new power-sharing agreement with coup leader General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan amid continuing mass protests. But the civilian coalition that nominated Hamdok as Prime Minister 2 years ago refused to acknowledge any new deal. A spokesperson, the pact had been struck with a gun to his head. On the streets of the capital, Khartoum, the security forces have fired tear gas at protesters marching towards the presidential palace and demanding the military's complete withdrawal from politics. Since 25th October, when the military declared a state of emergency and dissolved the civilian leadership, At least 40 people have died in mass protests against the coup. Hamdok said he had agreed to the deal to stop the violence.
Freedom is a very precious value. You know, one day in incarceration is a great humiliation to human dignity. However, if you compare it to other sacrifices by the Sudanese people, it is nothing. The Freedom and Change Coalition is the largest Sudan has seen in decades. It has been at the forefront of this glorious revolution. It will remain active, and there is no democracy without political parties. However, what is left of the transitional period mandates that all these political parties and functions are required to join forces, get engaged with the respective supporters, and get fully prepared to the election race. It is only the election that will take the country into permanent, lasting democracy, where the people will have their say and elect their leaders.
And that will be all, but before we go, a look at our top stories. Lifeless body of a yet-to-be-identified man has been found on an electricity pole in Kubakpe in Obafemi-Owode local government area of Ogun State. Spokesperson of the Ogun State Police Command, Bimbola Oyeyemi, said the man had attempted to steal electricity cables, dispelling rumor that he was on a suicide mission. Lagos State government said it has engaged 135 private health facilities for mass vaccination strategy targeted at vaccinating 4 million residents by December 2021. This brings to 360 the total number of vaccination sites in the state. We also told you that Sudan's military junta has made a U-turn, reinstated ousted Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok, who was overthrown last month. He has appeared on state television to sign new power-sharing agreement with coup leader General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan amid continuing mass protests. Remember to like us on Facebook at Clearview Television, follow us on Twitter at Clearview Online, follow us on Instagram at ClearviewTV_NG. Also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Clearview TV. I am Prudence Okona. Many thanks for joining us.